Welcome once again, everybody, to Top Boss Syndicate Football Picks. This is the home of the Best Bet Double Up, where we try to double your money every week. And that's exactly what we've been doing since week one. Thank you for tuning in. There are a handful, maybe 15 to 20 of you that have been tuning in every week. Congratulations to you. You have been doubling your money, and doubling your money is hard to do nowadays. But we keep it simple here. We have a formula and we stick to it. To you who are just tuning in for the first time, welcome. Very briefly, I want to just go over again what we do here. I give you the bets that I make every weekend in the NFL. And these are bets that I'm betting. I will be encouraging you to bet them. What we have done in week one is I personally start with $100. And I look to double that up every week, and that's exactly what we've done. My $100 is up to $2,560. Doesn't have to be $100 for you. If this is your first week, take $50, $25. I'm going to help you double that up every week. We don't promise 100% winners for 18 weeks, but we do win a heck of a lot more than we lose. So knowing that nothing is 100%, you're going to have to decide your tolerance. You're going to have multiple double ups at some point, and you're just going to have to figure out where you want to bail out. As I said, I'm up to $2,500. I am letting it ride. What I've done, folks, because it's all about perspective, is I'm very confident in what I do. I feel like if I was to lose this week, I would be right back. I could get right back to where I was, doubling up again. But what I did in week three was I took my initial $100 and set that aside. So this $2,500 that I'm on is house money. I'm free rolling. Anytime you can free roll, it's best to take advantage of that. I could cash out the $2,500. That's a lot of money for me. I'd be fine. Probably if I was to cash out, I would just start over. Instead of 100, maybe I'd start with 200 and start doubling that up again. But I'm free rolling, and I feel like I can double it up this week. I'm pretty confident in my bets. Again, every time I say that, no guarantees. But I'm going for it. We'll talk next week about where we're going to go from there. But I do like the bets this week. We did very well last week. If you've been following these videos, and you can go back and watch them, we don't have too many losses, and we even hit some nice long shot parlays here. So we get to it here. So let's go into week 6. This is what I'm going to be betting this week. And so I just want to pass that on to you. I know that you guys know what you're doing. Probably you wouldn't be here if you didn't. I know you're up on how betting and everything works. And, it took me a long time to figure this thing out. It took me a while to figure out that, how gamblers are. Gamblers tend to count their winnings and forget about their losses. And so they deceive themselves. And so if you're honest with yourself and face some realities about winning and losing, that's when you can start to really do some damage. And that's what we're doing here. We're going to be doing some damage this week. So let's get into it. Um, we have as our best bet double up this week is going to be another two-team money line parlay. It's going to be Dallas minus 190 at New England, and it's going to be Kansas City minus 300 at Washington. I'm going to be betting $2,200 on that two-team parlay. Let's talk about that a little bit. Dallas is an elite team. I don't know why they're not getting credit, but they are really doing a great job. They're an elite team. Their offensive line is amazing. Their defense, I think, is underrated. I think I saw a stat, and I try to stay away from stats. But Dallas is not ranked very good on defense. But when you watch them on film, they're doing fine. And I really like them. And so they're playing New England. New England, to me, is not a good football team. I don't know why they're getting so much credit. I think part of it is from last week. They played Tampa Bay at home in the pouring rain, and that was a close game. They had a chance of winning that game, but that game was just an anomaly because of the rain. If you watch Tom Brady, I mean, that guy has no touch, and he didn't have it last week in the rain. While it was pouring, I mean, he just throws rockets in the rain. I mean, you can't catch these balls, and he had so many drop passes, and I mean, he had guys like open in the end zone, and all he had to do was loop them the ball, and he'd burn it to them, and they're not going to catch those wet balls. So there was a lot of that going on with New England. I mean, that's great for us. So we're going to be betting against a team that's not very good. They're not very good. A Bill Belichick team is always coached well, and they're going to display the fundamentals, okay? But they are a young team, and they do fine for who they are, but they're not going to beat Dallas, and they haven't beat any good teams this year. They beat the Jets. So anyway, let's get into Kansas City at Washington. I'm under no illusions here. This is going to be it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a tough game, but I know that we're going to come out victorious in the end because let's talk about Washington first. I say it week in and week out. They have a terrible secondary. I don't know what their stats are, but they do not have a good secondary. I've seen it on film. I look for it every week, and you can just pass all over them. Their defensive line is just average. The teams that don't have good protection, they'll get some pressure. The teams that have pretty good protection, they get no pressure. So they're not a dominating pass rush team. Couple that with the fact that Mahomes' protection is one of the best in the league. So if you give Patrick all day to throw the ball, coming off a loss, he is going to eat you up. So the other side of the ball. We know the Kansas City secondary cannot stop the pass, cannot stop the run. He can't do anything. People move the ball on them at will. So we're down to the two offenses. Washington's passing game, which is what they're going to need to keep up with Kansas City, is okay. I mean, I like Heineke. He's a gamer. He hangs in there. But they don't quite have the receivers they're going to need. They can't. I mean, they're not on the same field offensively as Kansas City. Kansas City has no problems in their offense. So bottom line, Washington's is just not built to keep up with Kansas City's offense. If you took both defenses off the field and just let them go, Kansas City would outscore them every single time. So that's what we're looking at now. As a bonus, if Kansas City takes the lead, 14-0, 16-20-0, that's when it's gonna be a wrap, because Heineke's weakness is he forces the ball when he's behind. So I expect even Kansas City's defense might get some tip balls and get some interceptions or whatever. So that's basically it. The two offenses. We're going to go with Mahomes here, especially coming off a loss. That's the main thing. Okay, that's the money line parlay. Take that bet, double it up, and let's hope to get a win there. Okay, I have one value bet this week. This was going to be my best bet for the double up, but I had to back off of it a little bit. I don't know why. It's the mystique. I guess it's just because it's Baltimore. Everybody's picking Baltimore. But I'm picking the Chargers against, and I'm going to be taking, I think right now it's 2.5 points. And I'll tell you why. They just match up better. They're an elite offense. The quarterback, the receivers, they're just great. They can run the ball. They do a lot of things well. I guess Baltimore is supposed to be able to run on them. It doesn't matter. I mean, Baltimore does a few things well, but you're going to need an offense in that game. So they can run, Lamar Jackson runs around, stuff like that. Though that's always the X factor. And so I guess that's the reason I'm backing off this game. But it's got some value. So I'm going to be putting $99 on that game to win about 90. Not so much that it's going to dent our double up, which we expect to do. But it has some value, so I'm going to try to win $90 on that game. I should be betting more, as much as I like that game, especially with the bankroll. But like I said, I'm focusing on the double up, and we need to be disciplined in that case. Vegas takes advantage of the gambler who cannot resist betting every single game or every game they like. And so we need to be disciplined and try not to do that. So we're going to try to win a little bit of money here. We are taking a team on the road, hostile environment, and we're going against the experts. So all those factors. Take LA Chargers, take the 2.5, maybe hopefully it'll go back up to 3, try to win a little bit here. Okay, we're down to our 16 money line, 16 long shot parlay. I'm going to be betting $10 on this parlay. I'm going to be trying to win 400 on it. We don't expect to win those. We don't go in expecting to win these. We put a little bit on it. We take our best shots, and they do pay off often enough. So here we go. I try to get these videos in under 15 minutes, guys, so I got about 50 seconds. So 16 money line, 16 long shot parlay, Dallas minus 3.5, LA Chargers plus 130, Kansas City minus 300, Cincinnati minus 190, LA Rams minus 9.5 points, Arizona plus 150. Let's have another great week, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please like. It's probably a good idea to subscribe so you get the alerts when these videos come out. Thank you again. We'll see you here next week. I'm hoping to have $5,000 from $100. Good luck, fellas. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Ciao.